Can't you just plant plain marigolds like everyone else? Oh? It does sound like an interesting project. No, I'm afraid at this very moment I don't know what a mutation is. Mr. Goodman! Mr. Goodman, please! Spare me the definitions over the phone. I'll go to the library next week and pick me out some little book on science. Then I'll know all about mutations. No, you didn't insult me. I just want you to know that I'm not stupid. I just thought prevention was better than tragedy, Mr. Goodman. I mean, Matilda has enough to worry about without sterility. Well, I was just concerned. But you've put a poor mother's heart at ease. You know, really, our high school needs more exciting young men like you. I really mean that. Really, I do. Goodbye, Mr. Goodman.
Charles, stop it! He's going to go! Shut up and get back to your room.
You were dreaming, do you hear me? Nobody's after you. Nobody. I saw his eyes start to go back.
Get back to your room!
There now. Nobody's after you. Nobody. Nobody, Charles. Nice and easy. Breathe deeply. Breathe. Did the big bad man come after my little boy? The big bad boogeyman? Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
It was the dream with Mr. Mayo again.
Oh, Charles. We'll just get you a little hot milk. Oh, the electricity's gone off. Do you know what happened to those candles?
What candles?
The little white ones that were on my birthday cake last year.
Tilly melted them down for school a long time ago.
She had no right doing that.
She asked you. She used it to attach it to a paper straw with a milk bottle and a balloon over it. It was supposed to tell if it was going to rain.
There. It works. I don't want her wasting anything of mine unless she's positive I won't need it. You always need candles. Why, Charles, your skin just turned ice cold. Sit tight. Take this. This'll warm you up. What's the matter?
Flashlight?
What's wrong with it?
It's the one I used to check on Mr. Mayo with.
So it is. We don't need it.
No, let me keep it. You want to hear they have it in the history?
No, I don't.
Well, they say I came out of my room and I started down the stairs step by step, and I heard the choking and banging.
I'm going back to bed.
No!
Well, talk about something nice then.
Oh. Mama, tell me about the wagon.
You change so fast I can't keep up with you.
Mama, please, the story about the wagon.
I don't know anything about telling stories. Get those great big smart teachers if you're to do that sort of stuff.
Tell me about the wagon and how you stole the horses.
Don't get me started on that.
Mama, please?
Do you want a cigarette?
Leave out the part where they shoot the horses, though.
Honey, you know the whole story.
Apples, pears, cucumbers!
No. It's apples, pears, cucumbers.
Apples, pears, cucumbers! How did you get the wagon out without him seeing you?
That was easy. Every time he got home for the day, he'd make us both some sandwiches. My mama had been dead for years. And then he'd take a nap on that old sofa that used to be there. And while he was sleeping, I hitched up the horses and went riding all around town, waving to everyone.
Oh, Mama, you did.
Of course I did. I had more nerve than a bear when I was a kid. Let me tell you, it takes nerve to sit up on that wagon every day yelling, apples,
Pears, cucumbers! Did he find out you stole the wagon?
Did he find out? He came running down the block after me and started spanking me right on top of the wagon. Not hard, but it was so embarrassing. And I had one of those tiny marshmallow ships in the back pocket of my overalls, and I got all squashed. But you better believe I never did it again. You would have loved him, Charles. And gone out with him on the wagon, riding all over Stapleton, yelling as loud as you wanted.
Apples, pears, cucumbers!
No.
Cucumbers!
My father made up for all the other men in this whole world, Charles. If only you two could have met. He'd only be about 65 now, do you realize that? And I'd bet he'd still be selling vegetables all around town. All that fun. And then I never really knew what hit me.
Don't tell about the horses.
Don't worry about the horses.
What hit you, Mama?
Well, it was just me and Papa and your father hanging around. And then Papa got sick, and I drove with him up to the sanatorium. And when I came home, there were the horses.
Mother!
And I had the horses taken care of. But then Papa got terribly sick. And he begged me to marry so he'd be sure I'd be taken care of. If he knew how I was taken care of, he'd turn over in his grave. And nightmares? Do you want to know about the nightmare I used to have? I never had nightmares over the fights with your father, or the divorce, or his thrombosis. He deserved it. I never had fights over any of that. Let me tell you about the nightmare that used to come back and back. Well, I'm on Papa's wagon, only it's newer and shinier. And it's being pulled by beautiful white horses. Not dirty work horses. These are like circus horses with long manes and tinsel. And the wagon is blue, shiny blue. And it's filled with yellow apples, grapes, and green squash. You're gonna laugh when you hear this. I'm wearing a lovely gown all covered in jewels, and my hair is piled up on top of my head with a long feather in it. And bells are ringing, huge bells on a golden braid strung across the back of the wagon. And they're going, dong dong, dong dong, dong dong, dong dong, dong dong, dong dong. And I'm yelling apples, pears, cucumbers.
Mama, that doesn't sound like a nightmare to me.
And then I turn down our street, and all the noise stops. This long street with everything crowded next to each other, and all the doors shut tight. And I start getting afraid that the vegetables are going to spoil, and that no one's going to want to buy anything. And I feel as though I shouldn't be on the wagon. I keep trying to call out, but there's not a sound. Not a single sound. Then I turn my head and look at this house across the street. I see an upstairs window. The curtains slowly part. And I see the face of my father. Charles, take that out of my eyes.
Is Nanny going to die here?
know.
What are you gonna do with her?
Get rid of her. Oh, God.
Are you crying?
What's left for me, Charles?
What, Mama?
What's left for me? What are you doing? A little house cleaning. And you're going to help. You can start by getting rid of that rabbit or I'll suffocate the bastard. You don't think I will, do you? You wait and see. Where's Charles? He's probably running around the schoolyard in his briefs.
They want me to do something at school.
Nanny! Did you hear that? They wanted to do something at school. Isn't that momentous, Nanny? Well, I want you to do something around here. Like get rid of that rabbit. I'm being generous. I'll let you give it away. Far away. Give it to Mr. Goodman. Had chloroformed the thing myself, but that crazy brother of yours will throw convulsions 50 years. And I hate a house that vibrates. And get rid of those sterile marigolds. They stink. Hi, Nanny. How are you, honey? How would you like to go on a long trip? You see, everyone, I've spent today taking stock of my life. And I've come up with 0. I added up all the separate departments, and the result is 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And do you know how you pronounce that? With all your grammatical schooling and fooling? You pronounce it ooh, like a moan. Ooh. Right, Nanny? Right, Nanny? So by the end of this week, I want you to get rid of that cottontail compost heap, and we'll get you a job at the 5 and 10 cent store. And if you don't do so well with the public, we'll fix you up with some kind of machine. Wouldn't that be nice?
Can you believe it? I didn't until Christina Burns came up and told me about it in geography. And then Mr. Goodman told me himself during the 8th period in the office when I was eavesdropping. Oh, Mama, aren't you so happy you could bust? Tilly, I'm so proud of you. Everybody came up screaming about it, and nobody, well, it was the first time they all came up screaming about it. And I said it. She's my sister. I said it. She's my sister, my sister, my sister. Give me a cigarette.
Get your hands off my personal property.
I'll scratch your back later.
I don't want you to touch me.
All right. Did he call yet? Oh, my God, I can't believe it. I just can't.
Did who call yet?
Well, I'm not supposed to tell you as Mr. Goodman's private secretary, but you're going to get a call from the school.
What is he talking about?
I was in the science fair.
Didn't she tell you yet? Tilly, how could you? She's fantastic, Mama. She's a finalist in the science fair. There's only 5 out of hundreds and hundreds. She won with those plants over there. They're freaks. Isn't that just a scream? Dr. Bird picked them himself, the principal. And I heard Mr. Goodman say that she's going to be like another Madame Pasteur, and that he never saw a girl do anything like it before. And so I told everybody, she's my sister. I said it, she's my sister. Mr. Goodman called the advents and are coming later to take her picture. Oh, Mama, isn't it just crazy? And nobody laughed at her, Mama. She beat up practically everybody, and nobody laughed at her. She's my sister, I said. She's my sister. Oh, my God, that must be it. Mama, answer it. I'm afraid. Mama, answer before he hangs up. Mama, he's going to hang up. Hello? Yes, it is. It's him. Just a minute, please. He wants to talk to you.
Who?
The principal.
Hang on.
I told him you were here.
Yes. I I know who you are, Dr. Berg. I see. Couldn't you get someone else? There's an awful lot of work that has to be done around here, because she isn't as good about her home duties as she is about Man in the Moon Marigolds. Me? What would you want with me up on that stage? The other mothers can do as they please. I would have thought you had enough in your history without. I'll think about it. Good night, Dr. Berg. I said I'll think about it.
What did he say?
How could you do that to me? How could you let that man call this house? I have no clothes to wear, do you hear me? I look just like you up on that stage. Ugly little you. Do you want them to laugh at us? Laugh at the two of us?
Mother, aren't you even proud of her? Mother, it's an honor.
Nobody laughed at me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
We'll be now taking our short 15-minute intermission. We'll be selling snacks and drinks outside. Washrooms are down the hall to the left. We'll also have Christian and Lashad playing background music while we're in our intermission.
Whenever you look him in the eye, he looks right back because they've always Christian, put on some 2 Chainz. Bro, I want them to start paying first. How do you go? Let's go, Christian. So 2 Chainz. Christian, 2 Chainz. Oh, wait, no one's there yet. You don't want to laugh?
I die on the inside. I want to laugh. No one else is laughing. So
right now it's so at Christian, Kanye. Oh, because he's shy. Oh. Yo, Christian, you shy, bro? Remember, you guys were throwing it around. Christian. You gotta do like some camp. Just gotta do the face, man. Yo, 2 Chainz. Play on face Christian. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure you go for it. Well, like anything else. I just stand and stretch out. I don't think anyone of us understands yeah, that hamstring one kills.
Yeah, that line, I'm like, I think it's right, you're very funny. You get it? It's hilarious.
So David's nothing is the one. Yeah, that's slurp. Have you noticed whenever you look at him, he looks straight back at you? Yeah. That's what he does. I think he was perfect. Yeah, it was just like. And when I heard that album with the voice, you never expect it. I love Alvin's voice. Yeah, I never could expect him to do that.
Oh, no one can expect Alvin to do that. That was too good.
He already has cigarettes. You don't expect it. It's like me doing that. That's like cool though. But Alvin's on fire too. It's just I told Marv yesterday she wasn't sure if it would go down or up from the first show. I'm like, second show is always better.
Third show is great.
Yeah. Should we get Christian's performance?
I know.
Still can't look at Nancy properly.
There's photos of Nevin on Facebook putting makeup on already. It'll still we tried like every arrangement we could think of to talk to somebody.
She's in here, right?
Yeah, she's here.
Just later on. Just
This isn't as bad as
Really? Daughter's so sad. I gotta bring her to go down and spend an extra money.
You're gonna come again to see it tomorrow? You know what? You said you see another reserve one. Of course, it's always the norm. Do you want to go get a snack for my lunch bag? We've got another 10 approximately.